Once you have created the basic staircase for your house, I wanted to show you how you can manipulate the staircase so that if you wanted the staircase to turn at some point, um, some amount, some direction, wanted to show you how you can do that. Okay, so right now each step is its own group. Okay, so essentially we need to choose the steps that we want to rotate them, and then create something called a landing. Okay, so I'll do the first one. What I'll do is I'll just show a 90-degree turn to the left, maybe 3 steps up. Okay, so I will get my selection tool. This I'm going to drag from right to left. That way, whatever step I touch, so I want it to go up 3 steps, and I want that third step to be the landing. Okay. Now you can either include it or not. It really doesn't matter which way you do it. So this time I will include it in the turn. All right. So I'm going to go up 2 steps to a landing, and I'm going to turn to the left. So I'm going to get my rotate tool. I'm going to hover over the corner. If I'm going to turn it to the left, I want to grab it by the left corner. If I'm going to turn it to the right, I would come over here to the right corner. So I'm going to grab it at the left corner here. Make sure you're on blue axis. I'm going to click, come to the opposite corner, and I'm going to rotate it to green axis. All right. Then, this I want to be what is known as a landing. Essentially, you come down steps and you land on this area, turn, and start down the staircase again. Or you come up to this area, land on it, turn, and go up that way. It's called a landing. Okay, landing should be a minimum of 36 inches, so that's what we're going to make this, which means we need to manipulate this step. This step is currently 10 inches deep, so I need to edit it. I need to pull this out to be 36, but of course, when we get the push-pull tool, it says I can't do that. I can't do that because it's a group. I need to edit the group. So to edit a group, you double-click it. So I've double-clicked that step. I'm going to get the push-pull tool. I need it to be 36 inches deep. It's already 10, so 10 plus an additional 26 will make it 36 inches. Notice how now these don't line up. So I need to move these 2 steps over. So I select them, get my move tool, slide it over, and drop it. So now come up step, step, landing, turn to the right, and go upstairs. Sorry, that's actually to the left. Turn to the left and go upstairs. Okay, so that's a 90-degree turn. All right, so I'm going to undo those steps, no pun intended. I'll undo those steps, and now I think I'll do a 180-degree turn to the right halfway up. So essentially the process is the same. I select, let's see, we'll do 6 steps. Actually, it looked like I ended up grabbing 7, which is fine. Essentially it's halfway up. It's 7 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps. I grabbed 8. I'll have to come back here and just make sure I grab 7 here. Get my rotate tool. Excuse me. I'm going to get my rotate tool here. That is not it. It's in the move tool. So I go to move. There's the rotate tool. Oh, lost my selection for some reason. So I'll get the 7 steps that I want to turn. Get my rotate tool. This time I want to rotate it to the right. So I'm going to grab it at the right corner, come over here to the left corner, and zip it around 180 degrees, which is, in this case, happens to be on red axis. And I click. And now this is what I have, except for I have no landing. Okay. So I think I want this step right here to be the landing. So I will double click it, pull this out that same 26 inches. I'm going to orbit around. I'm going to pull this over to the edge of this step. But note now that the distance from here to here, so if you're coming down the staircase, when you land here, you don't have 36 inches, you only have 26 inches. So we have to take all of these steps and slide them back. So I will select just those steps. I will get my move tool. I will slide it back. And now I have a depth of 36 here and a depth of 36 here. I have a 180-degree turn. As I'm going up, the turn goes to the right. Okay, so that is how you can manipulate your staircase. You can manipulate your staircase however you want. If you want it to go up a couple steps and turn to the left, do that. If you want to go a couple steps, turn to the right, do that. If you want to turn it 90 degrees, turn it 90. If you want to turn 180, knock yourself out, do 180 degrees left or right. It's up to you. You just need the 36-inch landing, whether you go 90 or 180, so you kind of have to slide the steps around. You have to edit the steps, and then of course you're going to save the drawing. Okay, so that is how you can manipulate your staircase.